It has long been foretold by Pinterest that couples who play together stay together. And if you're going to spend the rest of your existence with the same person, you may as well get some joy out of it. In this video, I recommend 5 board games that are perfect to play with your partner. I know you're probably a bit nervous or apprehensive, but don't worry, I'm a professional couples counsellor, and I guarantee that I'll resolve your problem, whether it's that it's a little too small, or that it's not standing to attention, or simply that one of you is gay. Or both of you. Well, it's none of those. It's always one of the 3. Fugitive condenses all the good bits of a chase movie and delivers not only a 20-minute manhunt, but one of the most original couples games I've ever played. I'm going to be terrible at this game. 12 years ago I was hunting for a man, and I ended up with you instead. Haha, good one. The fugitive is moving from one hideout to the next, leaving a trail behind him. But his options are limited and he can't travel too far. The Marshal is eliminating potential hiding spots from her investigation and busting down doors to try and find where he's been. 20. Yes. Just had to follow the trail of old socks and awkward conversation. The fugitive can spend extra cards to sprint further, but the Marshal will know about it. Or bluff by sprinting when you don't need to. You'll be sweating as you worry you're going to be caught at any minute. As the Marshal, you piece together your clues and try to think like the fugitive. The game comes with this cool little whiteboard that helps you track your information. And it's so satisfying when your detective work pays off. That's the beauty of Fugitive. It evokes such a big feeling from such a small box. I just feel like he's always off in his own head. He never listens to me. Good. And would you say he never listens to you? I want you both to try a method that will help tackle your negative thoughts for each other. It's called CBG. Don't you mean CBT? Cognitive Behavioural Therapy? No, CBG. It stands for Collecting Board Games. You've got to be kidding me. Tack is a 5x5 grid and some pieces of wood. It looks like a game that's thousands of years old. And that's kind of the point. Talking about small bits of wood that look like they're 1,000 years old. Am I right? Tack started life as a fictional game in the Kingkiller Chronicle books. And you really could imagine playing Tack on a tree stump or in a tavern whilst drinking mead. Or atop a marshmallow cloud against Gwendolyn, the evil tree sprite who wants to turn you into a cake. Okay, fine, I haven't read the books. It's brilliantly simple. On your turn, you either place a stone in an empty space or move one of your existing stones. You win by making a path from one side to the other, either left to right or top to bottom. So you can be trying for one route, then change tack at any moment. You have to be watching the board like a hawk because there's so many different ways your opponent can win, and it's easy to miss when you're so focused on your own paths. If you move on to another stone, you now control it. And you can move stacks of stones, dropping them off in a line, which make for some very cool turns. You have to look ahead to see which stacks are threatening a winning move. Tack just flows. A game lasts 10 minutes and you go again and again, and it absorbs you. We'll get to the end and realise that we haven't spoken throughout. It's almost like meditation. Wow, how long have we been playing? You know, I do still want to be with you. Okay, let's talk about why we hate each other. What I love about Tack is its simplicity. There's no cards, there's no setup. It feels like you're playing an historic game, but with more thought required than drafts or dominoes. In fact, I like the game so much that I bought the travel set and cloth board because it's the perfect game to pull out on holiday. And I bought this wooden board because I have no self-control. And I never see him. He spends all his time making YouTube videos. A YouTuber, eh? Never had one of them before. God, I can never remember how many S's there are in narcissist. You know, he's selling t-shirts with his face on them. And this isn't even the first time he's done that. You can buy one of these Timmy t-shirts at actualol.com/shop for a very limited time. Support the channel and prove to my girlfriend that I can make a viable career out of this. And my parents. And her parents. Tell me about a time when you were happy. Well, when we first started going out, he took me on holiday to... I've got 2 words for you. Santorini. Wow, yeah.
I've always wanted to go to Greece.
The board game. People flock in their droves to see Santorini. It's one of the most beautiful sights in Europe. And I'm not talking about that pointless island in Greece. I'm talking about this board game. It's a tense affair where you're each building the island, trying to get in that position to make the winning move. It's about biding your time, building towards your victory, but having a constant eye on thwarting your opponent. Each player has a god card, a special power that sets them apart. Demeter can build twice on a turn, Hermes can run all over the place, and Pan can win the game by jumping off a 2-story building. They make every game different, and crucially, interesting, because you're having to come at it with fresh eyes and adapt your approach. With hundreds of different god combinations, it's impossible to master Santorini. And I like that because it means it's always a challenge no matter who you play it with. Some couples may wish to play chess into their twilight years, learn the game inside out and understand each other's strategies. I want to grow old with my partner playing Santorini, so that it always feels fresh and exciting, a new challenge even after decades of playing it. And I know that even when I'm old and grey, I'll still have something beautiful to look at. This board game. So, you like board games? Have you heard of my channel? No, but I didn't even tell you the name. It's called Actualol.
Active Vol? No. You know who I like? Those shut 'em and sit down guys. They release a video every week, and they're real journalists. And none of them have a failed sitcom career, for example.
Sometimes you want something more chilled and less competitive. Sagrada is a delightful but cunning puzzle about making stained glass windows that will involve no broken glass, metaphorical or otherwise. You select dice to go in your stained glass window, but be careful, each window will need certain dice in certain spaces, and you can never place the same number or colour next to each other. It's harder than it looks.
Pretty to look at, but impossible to work out. Sounds like someone we know. Well, you both love leaving people hanging. That's something you can agree on.
That's just how you get by in stained glass window manufacturing. That's the bare minimum you need to do to keep your job. But you want to win. And the bishop has whispered in your ear, and he wants purple panes. And he's asking for multicoloured rows, sets of numbers, and fancy diagonal patterns. The guy's a dick. And so every time you pick a dice, you're having to juggle what's available with where you can place it, and where will get you the most points. It's a tasty challenge, and there are tools to change dice numbers and swap things around, which allow just enough wiggle room to keep you from getting too stressed. It takes less than 30 minutes and sets up in seconds. We love how much puzzle Sagrada packs into such a straightforward game. Fungi, known as Morels in the US, is a card game for people who want to experience the thrill of foraging for mushrooms without any of the hassle or thrill of foraging for mushrooms.
You've brought a game about fungus.
Yeah? You're walking through the forest, picking up mushrooms beneath your feet, trying to collect the best ones to eat them.
Oh great, you've brought a game about eating fungus.
Mushrooms are impossible to carry, so you have to face excruciatingly tough decisions about whether to collect the easy to find but unsatisfying honey fungus, or save space in your hand for the precious Morchella esculenta, or morel. To make space in your hand, you can fry up some mushrooms, but you want to hold out as long as possible because the more you eat of one type, the better. And if you can get hold of some butter or cider, things get even tastier.
Are you telling me we've been cooking the mushrooms without butter?
Well, yeah, you haven't found any yet.
Found? I'm not eating butter that I find lying in the forest. Who's leaving it there?
Perverts. There's a great desperation to this game. Every turn, mushrooms are being lost to the forest, and your opponent is taking the mushrooms that you want. But if you don't spend turns picking up frying pans or cooking, you won't get any points. The moral of the story is that you can't do everything, especially if you want to be a fun guy.
Who are you? You're clearly not a therapist.
That's right, I'm not.
No.
I'm Crispin Peas from Shut Up and Sit Down. Archipelago!
Crispin Peas, you son of a bitch.
Please, everyone calls me Crisps. Archipelago. You know how to pronounce it. Should I know what's going on? Yeah, he's my nemesis.
Nemesis? But we're the biggest board game media channel. We got real journalism and glasses, and we pronunciate things incorrectly to great effect. And you could be on our channel. Come and join us. And he's just an idiot in a wig.
Well, Crisps, he may be an idiot, but he's my idiot. And you're just not my bag.
Bag of crisps. Nice. Oh, come on.
If you'd like to buy any of the games in this video, you can help support Actualol by using the links in the description below. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this. If you want to know what games I've been playing, follow Actualol on Facebook, Twitter or Instagram. I'm Jon Purkis. Thanks for watching.